Hi, so today we're going to be looking at blues rhythm guitar, and this is lesson 1 in a 3-part series. Lesson 1 focuses on Chicago, lesson 2 focuses on Texas style, and lesson 3 focuses on swing rhythm style. And the reason I'm doing this is because I recently did a set of videos about blues chord progressions, and one of the follow-up comments was, well, now that you've shown us the chord progressions, can you also show us something about how to play the rhythm? So that's where this comes from. The rhythms I'm going to be showing start from kind of very basic and go up to something a little bit more advanced, but not too advanced really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the absolute basic the basic rhythm style that you should play, that everybody should know if they're playing blues, and that's the hard shuffle. So the example is going to go like this. Now, you may already know how to play that, and if so, just stick around because we'll look at some more interesting things a bit later on. But for now, I just want to make sure everybody has that down. I'm in the key of E, and this is actually based off an E chord, although I'm only actually playing the bottom 3 strings, in fact, probably only the bottom 2 really. It doesn't matter whether you play 2 or 3. So what I'm doing is I'm using, in this case I use my little finger, most people use the ring finger. And what I'm doing is I'm taking that E chord and I'm only playing the bottom 3 strings, so open, 2 and 2, second fret I mean. And then what I'm doing is I'm hitting twice, like that, and then I'm hitting 2 where I'm using my finger on the 4th fret of the A string. So we get this. So I'm keeping that bottom A open and just doing this. And the important thing here is the rhythm. So it's 2 on that fingering and then 2 on that fingering, but it's 1, 2, and then you can use that on any chord. So you can move up a string and do it on the A. You can go on the B. You can put it on the G. And that's the basics. So everybody needs to know that. You need to have that down. Okay, next we'll go on and look at some things that Muddy Waters did specifically. Before we go on to that, I'd just like to say, please check out my album, Northbound, Wish I Was Home. If you'd like to support me, we're on iTunes and Google Play. Please go download a track or something. Also, hit like, hit subscribe if you like these kind of videos and you want to see more. Leave me some comments. Okay, so now moving on to Muddy Waters style. One of the things that Muddy Waters does is he'll do this kind of call and response between the rhythm section and the vocal. So you think of songs like Hoochie Coochie Man, Mannish Boy, that kind of thing, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So we'll start with the first example. We're in the key of A. So that's kind of Hoochie Coochie Man. Gypsy woman told my mother before I was born, that kind of thing. Okay, and there's a whole range of these that I'll show you quickly now. This one I'm starting on the 3rd fret A string, hitting open on the D, fret 2 on the D, back to 3, fret 3 on the A string, bend and pull off, or pick it off, however you want to do it. Okay, and the important thing there is that we're ending on that A note. Okay, and the rhythm basically is a 1 and a 2, a 1 and a 2, and that 2 has to be hard on the A string. Okay, some other variations. Okay, same thing. I'm actually hitting both strings there, the A string and D string at the 2nd fret, A string open. I'm going 3rd fret to 3rd fret to 5th fret on the A string. You can do the same thing in reverse. So I'm going at the open A to the 5th on the A string, back to the open A, back to the 3rd on the A string, back to the open A. Okay. I use this in one of my own songs on our album, a song called Mississippi. I asked our harmonica player to come up with a riff. This is the riff he came up with, and I basically wrote a song around it. So same idea, but just slightly different notes. Okay, so here I'm going open A, 3rd fret on the E string, open A, 3rd fret on the A string, open A. Okay. So variation on the same theme again. Now the next part then is what you'll find people do is you play that for your 1 chord, and then you want to move up to the 4 chord in the progression, which in our case here is going to be a D. So what a lot of people do, it's a nice little run, is you basically just walk up to it. Okay, so what I'm doing there is literally just open A string, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret. So in context, and then you play the rest of the 12-bar progression. Okay, so a few Muddy Waters style things there in the key of A. One more I want to show you before the lesson ends, and that is the I Just Want to Make Love to You riff. So we're actually going to do this in E because it's easier, because we've got open strings. It's going to go like this. Okay, and you'll notice I'm doing just kind of a chug thing. That's in between. You don't have to do that. That just kind of helps keep the beat going because we haven't got a band. So the riff is open top E, and then 2nd fret on the G string, bend up, come down, and then pull off, and then 2nd fret of the D string, and then open bottom E. Okay, so I hope you found that useful. A bunch of rhythm ideas for playing Chicago style. Stick around for lesson 2 when I'll show you more Texas style.
I've never been to New Orleans, where Katrina laid a flood, but I sure know what it means to have the blues right here in my blood.